Hello, welcome to another video. I'm having a bit of a Saturn fest, and I've been trying to think of. In fairness, I own quite a lot of games for the Saturn. I'm blessed in that respect, and I wanted to try and find games that maybe we all know, but we didn't know existed on Saturn. I'm sure a lot of you probably are aware of this game. It was showcased in Sega Saturn magazine back in the day, and it was given quite a high score. It's obviously Metal Slug, the Neo Geo classic run and gun. This version ties in kind of nicely. It's kind of like just that. It's a smidgen better, but a smidgen worse than the Neo Geo CD version. The Neo Geo CD version gives you the combat school and the arcade mode. Combat school being like some seriously hardcore training missions, like complete level with no ammo, that kind of thing. The art gallery is a nice thing, if you're into artwork and obviously into that kind of thing. But the main thing for all of us is obviously the main game. To clarify, if anyone's played the Saturn version of the game, you don't need it, it's not strictly necessary, but you can use the 1 meg RAM card that SNK released, and because I'm using my Action Replay 4-in-1, I get the 1 meg option anyway. So I get slightly faster loading times, so that's why it's playing a bit smoother, a bit faster, whatever. Although I own this game, and although I played this game a lot on the Saturn, these days I prefer it on the Neo Geo. There's just something. It's just Neo Geo. It's a Neo Geo game, isn't it? At the end of the day, it just feels Neo Geo. It's what made the console what it was, in my opinion. This version is surprisingly accurate, and it's brilliant in 60 Hz. I'm really lucky because my Saturn has a region switch, so I can switch between 50 and 60 Hz. I have no idea why I'd want to go back to 50 Hz, because all the games just look awesome and play so brilliantly on this TV in 60 Hz anyways. But I suppose it's there if I want if I want it. If you played Metal Slug, you're in familiar territory, and this game is really it is what it is, basically. It is a pretty accurate conversion of the original. Even with the 1 meg cart installed, it does suffer with some slowdown. I know the Neo Geo game had some slowdown of its own, but it was never to the extent that this game has. It's not detrimental to the game in any way. In some ways, it actually makes the game a bit easier to play, because, as we all know, the game is rock. So the trick with this one is to avoid the blue stuff and just beat the crap out of him. I know that I'm not going to get the Slug in the second round, because I'm a bit shrewd that way. So I know that I can twat him with the cannons and be cool. So the first boss is pretty easy in that sense. I haven't got all the prisoners that I would have liked, and I took a couple of hits, so I'm not going to get a big score here. But nevertheless, I completed the first mission. Cool. Love the little animations, love the cuteness to the presentation. It's just got something about it that it's annoying, because you want to watch, right? Because it's so cartoony, right? But you can't, because you're so heavily involved in like trying to beat the game, try and beat the soldiers and beat things. Right, there is a trick to this to get the teddy bear, but I don't know what it is. Right, let's give it a whirl. Here we go. Ah, got him. Got me old teddy bear. Right. Let's burn some soldiers. strange as this may sound, this game reminds me of pubs and takeaways. In Hull, there was absolutely stacks, and I mean tons of Neo Geo machines. I never knew I went through a phase in my early 20s of being a bit of a bit of a pisshead, and I would go around all the pubs and stuff like that, and they just would have at least one Neo Geo machine. The takeaways where you'd get your kebabs and that would always have at least one Neo Geo machine with maybe 3 or 4 games on, and this game was always on the list. You fast forward to nowadays when I'm more into the games and I'm more understanding of the games, and I wish I could have said something to them and maybe bought them or something, because you know, to think of there was an untapped Neo Geo community that I wasn't even aware of in Hull. Unbelievable. Nowadays, I think they have punching machines now. I've seen a lot of punching machines, you know, like Sonic Blastman type machines. But anyway, I digress. This game is pretty much, to me, it's a Saturday night out. And most people know it, but they don't know the name of it. So, there you go. But, for me, I love it. I get a bit of a kick out of it. I enjoy it. I get something out of it. 2 players, it's really frenetic. It's kind of strange, kind of crazy if you're watching it as a bystander, because you can't. It's like so confusing, so much death, and so much cartoony death at that. But it's kind of cool, and it is good in 2-player. If you can find someone evenly matched, you've got yourself a fantastic little game here. But anyway, guys, you get the plan. You get the idea. You get the idea. I'll skip out of it. You get the idea. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Have a good one. See you on the next vid. I'm thinking about other things that I want to do and stuff like that. I've been banging on about maybe getting I've got a new camera, except it ain't that new. I'll tell you about that. I'll probably do a chat video about that anyway. I have some pretty crazy plans which I was going to do over the next few weeks, but ain't going to happen. It's looking like it's going to be the new year before I think about, before I consider where the next big step, if you like, on the channel and things. But I don't know. I'm having to think about it. But I'm still going to carry on doing what I'm doing, because I'm getting a kick out of it at the moment. I'm really enjoying it, and it's nice to be able to share some of my stuff with like-minded people. Do you know what I mean? So I'm probably going to do a few more Saturn vids. So depending on how I upload this, you'll probably be eyes deep in Saturn vids. But hopefully, comment, let me know what you're thinking and stuff like that. Yeah, so there you go. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you on the next vid. And hopefully everyone's cool, and yeah, enjoy. Laters.